the ball, and here we go. The kick will be low, and it's going to bounce off of one of the Menahunis. And it's still loose on the field, picked up by Vea. He's going to sprint to the outside. He is grabbed at the 20-yard line, brought down at the 22, and a late flag going up, and the Menahunis stumble right out of the block.
Jay, Waimea is going to get a clipping penalty called. The ball at the 23 is going to be half the distance to the goal on that clip. Menahunis are going to start way deep in their territory, and they need to just get a good running drive, get some good running plays going, and get some consistency from their offense.
You know, Waimea still looks like they're half asleep on that kickoff team. Nobody was expecting that type of a kick, and it went straight through two rows of the Menahunis, and they just were standing there kind of stunned.
Well, they may be playing in a little shock, but a little good plays will get them out of that shock.
Ali'i Aranio has Sean Jardine in his backfield. Jardine gets the call. Left side, here he comes, out over the 15-yard line, fighting his way to the 17. Nice pickup there. So it'll be second down and about 5 to go for Waimea.
And Jay, every time we've seen Waimea in this type of adversity, going into halftime with deficits, we've seen the offensive line come out and control ball games. Let's see if it happens. We've got a good pickup of 6 yards right there.
Waimea again breaking out of the huddle. Denison Vidina, Sean Jardine in the backfield. Randio on second and short. Quick opener up over for Vidina. Stumbling around, turning, backpedaling over the 20. He'll have the first down at the 22-yard line.
Waimea at that time mixing it up, giving it to Denison on a quick dive. And Vidina running hard for that 5 yards, earning every bit of it.
Incidentally, the 82 yards total for Waimea in the first half, to my memory, that's the lowest production point they've had this season.
Well, when you're averaging 300 plus per game in the latest games, 65 yards rushing is just terrible.
First down for Waimea. Arani with the snap, Sean Jardine right up over the middle of the hole, and he's got it out over the 25-yard line, smashing it straight up for another 4 yards.
Jardine just priming himself for some type of all-state selection here. He's got 102 yards in the first half, and he's just adding it to it now. These games will really help the player's status as far as all-state teams go.
Of course, for all-state, you either have to be OIA Red or ILH St. Louis.
Well, probably second to third team.
Honorable mention at best. Second down, pitch. Here comes Jardine. He turns on the speed, turns the corner at the 30, knocks over a Waiakea defender, and gets close to the first down marker. And Jardine showing great change of speed that time. He came gliding out of the backfield and then just burst for the corner.
And Jardine really leveled the Waiakea defender at the end of that play. And Waimea just again needs to start smash mouthing this football down the field and gain some confidence.
And try to demoralize the other team too, I would think. Take a little bit of wind out of that sail.
That's right.
9.5 minutes to go in the third period. Waimea trying to get onto the move now, looking for their second first down of the half. There's the snap. Jardine's got that first down to the 35-yard line, still on his feet, fighting his way forward, and whoa, what a nice little finish to that run, bringing the ball out to the 38-yard line.
Jay, one thing real impressive about the Waiakea team has been, as you mentioned, their linebackers. They've been on a lot of stops. They're quick, and they hit quite hard for their size.
First down for the Menahunis. They spot the ball at the 39-yard lines on the far hash mark. So 1st and 10 still in their own territory. Vidina to the right side. Jardine to the left side in the backfield. Aranio with the snap. Fakes to one, gives it to Vidina. He'll drop the ball, falls on top of it at the 39. So a fortunate break that time for the Menahunis to get it back. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And that time a big hole was open on the left side of that offensive line. Robert De La Cruz seeing some action on the offensive line at guard. And also 54 there, Daniel Tafua also playing some offensive tackle on the left side. Oh no, that's Matamar, excuse me.
2nd and 10 down. Matsumoto wide to the far side. Pitch to that right side. Sean Jardine trying to turn the corner. Gets hit at the 40. Still on his feet out to the 43-yard line before he is stopped. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 6.
44 that time. Mike Chong, who's been in a lot of tackles, comes up with the stop.
It is 3rd and 6 now. And Mike Chong, yeah, you hear a lot of things about him. Actually, all of those linebackers, they do play extremely well. And, of course, as you had mentioned earlier, very good college prospect is Rosehill, although we have not really been calling his name. He has been a big part of this game. 3rd and 6. We'll see what happens now. Little reverse to the flanker, and that's Matsumoto, and he is going to go nowhere. It'll be 4th down and 6. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Jay, that time good defense by Waiakea. Number 35 comes up to the stop, Kavika Mescal, the other big linebacker that they have.
So Matsumoto will punt. He's got the wind behind him. Ernie Shim will wait, and he's got a beautiful punt. Receives it at the 23, 25, 30 to the far sideline. Still on his feet, breaking tackles out to the 40-yard line. So Waiakea's got it here in the second half. 1st and 10 at their own 40.
A nice little fence set up by Waiakea themselves on that punt return. A good run back by Ernie Shim.
So Johnny Young, who put out 134 yards in total offense in the first half, gets his troops ready to go again. Kekovela in the backfield. Micah Wood and Ernie Shim out towards the slots. Here's the snap on the first down. Kekovela right up the middle. Uh-oh, all the way through. First down coverage and a saving tackle, touchdown saving tackle at the 40-yard line. That's just a nice, easy 20-yard run. He just blew through everybody.
Well, Jay, you know, they set up in that, run and shoot formation, and Ikaika Woods set up on the opposite side, appearing as though they're going to run that option, but they come with a dive on the opposite side, which really throws off the Waimea linebacking crew, and a big hole opened up again by Waiakea's line.
If there's one thing that a KIF champion team has had in Neighbor Island Championship play, if there's trouble that they've had, it is trying to contain a big running back. They have just not been able to do it throughout the years that they've been playing in this bowl game. On another first down, Kekovela hit at the line of scrimmage, trying to get outside, gang tackling. He's still going to pick up 3 yards on the play. They had him for a loss and couldn't bring him down.
You know, Waiakea has a lot of options that they use. You can tell that they scouted Waimea. They knew Waimea were going to go and cheat and, go with what appeared to be going to happen as a play. And, they have the adjustments. They're calling different plays that are working. And, a good job by Waikea's coaching staff. Waimea needs to make some adjustments.
The offensive coordinator on the far side, Ross, is just jumping up and down with every play. He is really happy with the way they're playing right now. 2nd and 8 at that 36-yard line of the Menahoonies. Waimea with a 5-man front. On the option, quarterback's going to keep it, trying to get up the field. He'll be hit, and down he goes at the 32-yard line, picking up another 4 or 5 yards.
Robert De La Cruz again on a stop. He must have close to 10 tackles already.
Brings up a 3rd down and close to 3. The ball spotted just on the Menahoonee side of the 32-yard line. Waiakea with a short 3 yards to go. Menahoonies waiting on defense. Setting up with a 4-man front now. Double wide out to the right side. Slot to the right. Turn around, Shim, this right slot gets a call. Slant misdirection off to the left, gets hit short of the first down marker, and it should be a 4th down. Got to the 30-yard line, needed to get to the 29. It'll be 4th down and a yard.
And Jay, with the ball on the 30, 4th and 1, Waiakea is obviously going to go for it, and they brought in some beef, some big linemen, and that big tight end that they use, Lana Paco, the 6'4", 205-pound senior. They like to go to him on passing plays.
So they're going to try to bring some smash of their own. I formation. Kekovela just powers his way through the middle. He's got the 1st down for Waiakea. That was just raw power, Ross, right up the gut.
Jay, when you got a back as talented and powerful as Kekovela, those 4th and 1 plays just makes it look too easy.
Waimea just being pushed backwards by this relentless push from Waiakea. They split way wide I formation now on their 1st down play. Another run. This time Micah Wood's going to get the call. He's out to the 25-yard line, still on his feet, diving forward to the 20. What a nice second effort to pick up another 4 yards. A gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 now.
Waimea almost had the running back Woods in the backfield, but Ikaika Woods just can't be brought down by just an arm tackle. You need to get a good hold on that guy.
So the second down, and here Waiakea really has an advantage because they have essentially 3 downs and very short yardage to go. Inside the 20, there's the snap, hand off the big boy. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll be thrown back to the 21-yard line. Kekovila's forward progress will be spotted at the 20, and that is a loss on the play.
Jay, again, Robert De La Cruz just comes in one-on-one with Kekoviala and shows him that small is mighty in Waimea.
De La Cruz at 5'6", 180 pounds. Taking on 5'11", 195, and I still got to question that 195, Ross. I don't believe it for a minute.
Yeah, he looks about 220.
So now it's third down. Scoreboard says 3. I'll agree with that. Maybe a bit of a long 3. I formation again for Waiakea. Here's the snap. Young rolling around, wants to throw it, dumps it off. It's going to be knocked down, batted out of the night sky by the Menehooties, nearly picked off. Kevin Ifan, the cornerback, had his hands on it, but he was content to just knock it down to the ground.
And Alan Doodle put a good pass rush on the quarterback there, giving him no room to run for the first down, and you know, they just didn't go for that fake. Good job by the Waimea defense on the backside.
Waiakea is going to go for it here on 4th down. It's 4th and 3. Everybody on the line for the Menehoonies. Option to the left side, hit short, first down, and still on his feet, out of bounds at the 10-yard line. That was Micah Wood on the carry.
Jay, that was a big first down pickup for Waiakea. They had 4th and 3, and they just came up big with their option, executing it perfectly. The quarterback, Young, pitching it as soon as he was hit by Kevin Ifan, and Michael Woods, just too good on a one-on-one tackle. Waimea couldn't bring him down before the first down.
Micah made it to the 11-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10. They can still get another first down without scoring. First and 10 out at the 11 with the ball set to the far hash mark. Young takes it, fakes on the quarterback. He's going to keep it up and tucks it inside the 10-yard line. Works his way to the 9 before the Menehoonies will wrap him up and stop him for a second down and 7.
And with this long kind of drive that Waiakea is having, they're just starting to execute better and better on the option. And Waimea just needs to get to the quarterback earlier and force some kind of turnover or something, because Waiakea is just marching the ball right down the gut.
And Waiakea really has gone back to that option play of theirs. On second down and 6 from the 8-yard line, Young surveys the Menehooni defense. Takes the snap again on the option play. They pitch it out to Robert Shim. Shim is hit back towards the 10-yard line, but dives forward, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and probably picks up another yard. Ernie Shim on the carry.
This is a really big play for the Waimea High School defense. They need to keep Waiakea out of that end zone. Or Waiakea, if not picking up that first down, they will probably go for a field goal, which would keep Waimea in good position in this ball game.
It will be third down and 5 to go with the ball set at the 6-yard line. Wide receivers on the right side. Single setback. Young straight drop back. Quarterback sneak up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown. Waiakea. Nobody touched him.
Jay, a great job again by Johnny Young. Looking past all the way. He saw the room right up the gut. The quarterback draw, and just too easy, Jay. Need to have somebody scouting that quarterback on defense, and Waimea just needs to come back strong on offense. They need a score desperately.
Waiakea will bring the tee out and go for the point after touchdown kick. They've been unsuccessful in the kicking department so far tonight. We'll see what happens. High snap, here's the kick, and it'll be blocked again. No good. We're going to pause with 1:08 remaining in the third period, and the score, Waiakea 26, Waimea 17.
Runs who he paint. At Beijing time, don't go into the city. No bother with traffic, we make it so easy. Relax with the pros, you don't have to wait. We got the gear right here and the St. Clair paint. Hey, painting man. some puhi. Runs puhi paint.
For sports, think of Sportswear, your one-stop sports shop. Hurry in now and take advantage of huge savings of 10 to 40% off selected merchandise in our annual spring inventory reduction sale. Take 20% off all softball and baseball bats, 15% off all Nike and Pony baseball shoes. Cool off with hot savings on all shorts marked down 10 to 25%. Sportswear is the home of great prices and champions. Hey guys, now that you won the championship, where are you gonna go?
Welcome back, everybody. Waiakea's Warriors taking control of this ball game here at the closing moments of the third period. 1:08 left to go here in the third. They prepare to kick off, ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Vea back to receive at the 15-yard line along with Sean Jardine.
Waimea desperately needing a good kick return on this effort here.
And here's the kick, another low kick. And the Menehuni's going to have to hurry up and cover it up, and they will fall on it at the 32-yard line. Waiakea very nearly beat them to the ball, and again, the Menehuni inexplicably just very complacent on kickoffs.
Well, you see, this every time in the KIF game, and Waimea is normally doing it to the other team, but the team on that defensive end, most of the ball game is a team that looks worn and tired, and, at this point, Waimea is the team that looks very tired.
They come out of the huddle. Waimea starts from the 33-yard line. A 1st and 10 in the closing moments of the third period. Aranio sets his line. Takes the snap. Hands off. Sean Jardine breaks through the hole over the 35-40. He's got smooth sailing to midfield. 45-40 and rolled out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Comes up looking back at the defender who actually tackled him out of bounds.
And, in a desperate situation, a team normally has to pass the ball with the speed of, a Jardine and a Matsumoto. Running the ball is the way to make big yardage, and Waimea right away picks up a little momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So Waimea with pretty good field position, trailing by 9 points. Ali'i Aranio puts Denison Vadina into motion, coming out of the backfield to the far side. Pitch to the right. It's Jardine. Turns the corner and is slipped and goes down at the 36. His feet went out from underneath him, and of course a defender right there waiting to fall on top of him.
Waiakea just doing a good job of taking away the outside game by Waimea. They're stringing out the blockers, and that time again a good stop by Waiakea on the sweep, because a Jardine is not an easy player to tackle on a sweep.
He'll gain 3, bringing up a 2nd down and 7. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. We'll see if the Menehunis can get this play off, but it looks like they will. 5-4. Well, maybe not. Aranio now just under the center, and he won't do it. That's going to be the end of 3 periods of play. We pause at the stadium. It's Waiakea 26, Waimea 17.
Island Liquidators, now Willow Willow Road, right across from Kalapaki. This week features from the Marriott Hotel, these whitewashed rattan glass end tables, coffee tables, and dinette tables. Plus these rattan living room sets, including chairs and end tables and couches. Plus these rattan bedroom armoires and dressers. Plus 20-inch cable-ready televisions while the supplies last, only $100. And these are perfect for the living room, bathroom, these floor-to-ceiling framed wall mirrors, priced to move. At Island Liquidators, now Willow Willow Road.
Second down, and Aranio takes the snap. He's going to hand off. It'll be Jardine. Jardine with a 1st down, breaking open over the 25. Fights his way to the 22-yard line and thrown backwards. Waiakea really sticks with that tackle. Once they put you down, they pile on a little bit. Well, maybe not piling on, but they just keep on with it.
You just can't, give Sean Jardine enough credit for the way he's running the ball tonight. He's just putting every effort into it, and you know he's not that big at 150. Sean Jardine just come in out very big tonight for the Menahunis.
It'll be another first down for Waimea. Into the backfield, it'll be Sean Jardine, comes out across the 20, wrapped up at the 18-yard line. Whistled, stopped at that point, and it'll bring up a second down, probably about second and 7.
And this is where, you know, the Menahunis normally step their game up when they're inside the 20, and you know, Waiakea has been able to stop a lot of the Waimea drives in this section. Let's see if Waimea can dig deep and you know, pull out on their conditioning program that they pride themselves on.
Second down and 6 to go at that 18-yard line. Ball will be on the near hash mark. Medina in the backfield, very tight with Jardine. Turnaround, Jardine gets the call, trying to follow the blocker, diving close to the 15-yard line. Gets a good block from Vedina that time. Still, it'll be a third down and 3 to go.
And this is the biggest play of the ball game for the Waimea offense right now. They need to come up with something big, a good solid first down, because with 10:30 left in the ball game, Waimea still needs 2 scores in order to win this ball game.
Yes, they do. They're going to need 2 big scores, and they're going to have to figure out a way to stop Waiakea. And they really haven't solved that riddle yet.
No, they haven't.
Aranio ready to go on the third down. The quarterback takes the snap. Dennis and Vedina, nope, it'll be a fake. They're going to throw to the middle, falling down, and oh, lucky break for the Menahunis. 3 defenders all over that play, and Ronson Sahut, the intended receiver, had fallen down in the end zone, and there were only Waiakea players standing on their feet for the ball.
Well, Jay, the second biggest play of this ball game is going to be a field goal, and it looks to be a 31-yarder, and Sean Jardine desperately needs to hit this for the Menahunis.
Waimea at that time really forcing the ball into an area that they did not need to throw it to.
Well, you know, surprisingly with, you know, a 4th and just 4, they went for a pass play when their running game is what they base themselves on.
Here's the hold. The 32-yard field goal is up. It's on its way, and it just makes it. It is through the crossbars. 32-yard field goal for Sean Jardine. Let's pause. 10:06 remaining in this ball game, and the Menahunis have cut it to 6. It's Waiakea 26, Waimea 20.
Kukui Grove, it's the shopping center of Kauai.
There's always something happening for you at Kauai's favorite shopping center.
Yummy things to savor, lots of island flavor.
The best stores, the best selection and values. And we're open till 9 p.m. every Thursday and Friday.
We can keep you smiling, shopping on the island. Kukui Grove, it's the shopping center of Kauai.
Find a great selection of neat apparel and accessories at Kauai Beach Company at Kukui Grove Center. Find a multitude of sharp t-shirt designs, all on heavyweight tees at reasonable prices. Kauai Beach Company also has a wide assortment of travel bags, backpacks, and travel accessories too. You'll love the prices and selection at the Kauai Beach Company, located across from C. Cisco's restaurant at Kukui Grove Center.
The biggest defensive side of the game is going to come up now for the Menahunis. They've got to get the ball back. They're running out of time.
You're right, Jay, but, you know, just again, what a big kick. If you're a Waimea fan, that was big, brah.
That was.
You needed that, boy.
If you could have seen it too, just floating barely over those posts. Oh, crossed that crossbar by a little bit, but it was enough. It made it. Teed up at the 40, Waimea kicking into the wind. And Jardine will get a line drive bouncing at the 20. It is picked up. Ernie Shim takes it to the 25, trying to get to the far side, to the 30, and tackled and brought down. Nice open field tackle that time by the Waimea Kevin Ifan.
Kevin Ifan with a good stop for Waimea. Waimea has Waiakea for one of the few times in not so good field position at the 30. Let's see if the Menahuni defense can step it up and finally put a stop to this Waiakea offense that is just blazing through the Waimea defense all night.
Johnny Young has had his way through the entire evening, masterfully controlling this ball game for the Waiakea Warriors, proud champions from the Big Island. First down at the 29-yard line. Well, they'll spot it at the 30, actually. On the option, the quarterback wants to keep the ball, gets to the 30-yard line, and now maybe a yard to the 31 before he is stopped. Looks like Salibio again. Yep, there he is.
You know, Salibio that time, I focused in on him, came off his block. He made sure the dive man didn't have the ball, and he tackled the quarterback. Just a great effort. Salibio is having a big game tonight.
At 5'11" and 180 pounds. And that's probably if he's got his uniform and pads on, the 180. Second down and 8 now for Waiakea. Straight drop back. Young again wants a little shuttle pass. He's going to pitch it up over to Michael Woods. He's got the first down at the 40, and down he goes close to midfield. He will be tackled at the 46-yard line by Charles Ferguson. Excellent execution that time for Waiakea.
And what a play call by Waiakea. Tim Lino and staff really have a good game plan, running that shovel pass against the Waimea defense that is just coming after them. You know, these trick plays are really coming up big for Waiakea at crucial times.
So with yet another first down, Waiakea breaks out of their huddle, spreads it across the field. From the 47-yard line they go. I formation this time. Pitch back. Here's Wood again. Out to the 50-yard line, carries the ball into Menehune territory, picking up 8 yards on the play. Well, they'll spot it back at the 47-yard line, so he'll gain about 6 on the play, 6 or 7.
It's just a mirror of, you know, what Waimea's backs does to the other teams in the KIF. You know, one-on-one, just Michael Woods, just too much to tackle, and picking up 7 yards when, you know, you think the Waimea defense is going to stop him at 2.
Second down and a short 3 to go. Again, another I formation for Waiakea's Warriors. Johnny Young takes the snap. Handoff, it's Ernie Shim trying to break to the outside. He's got the corner, and a first down. Out of bounds he goes for another first down at the 42-yard line. You know, Ross, in talking to some of the Waiakea people, they were actually a little happy that they lost to Konawaina last week, because they felt that that was a wake-up call and that they did not enjoy losing. So that bitter taste of a loss just before coming to this game really gave them some motivation to get ready for this ball game.
Well, with a hard-nosed coach like Tim Lino, you can bet that they worked their butt off to get ready for this ball game.
Well, it's certainly showing. First and 10 at the 41. Waiakea on the march yet again. Here's the snap, handoff. Kekovilla. Oh, he's knocking everybody backwards, and he'll pick up 4. Gets the ball down to the 36-yard line. He just flattened Ifan. That's Clifton Ifan, and I'm wondering who else he knocked over there. That may have been Justin Rita Burgess, the nose guard.
You know, again, you just can't fool yourself and think that you can stop a guy that big up high. You just need to knock him low, because just too much of a load for him. And the Waiakea line is giving him the momentum by stopping the Waimea lineman on the line of scrimmage, not letting Waimea penetrate.
Second down, a gain of 5 on that last play. So second and 5 out at the 36-yard line. Double slot on the option. Young going to turn it, come up the corner, gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. He'll pick up 2, brings up a third down, and now still a couple of yards to go. Third down and short yardage.
Good team defense again by Waimea on the option. Waimea needs to come up with a big play right now, and they're calling a timeout to try and get ready for this.
We're going to pause along with the Menehunes. 6:53 to go in this ball game, and it is Waiakea 26, Waimea 20.
Runs who he paint. At painting time, don't go into the city. No bother with traffic, we make it so easy. Relax with the pros, you don't have to wait. We got the gear right here and the same clear paint. Hey, painting man, come see us in Tui. Runs who he paint.
Waikea's
Either that or he borrowed somebody else's phone and they don't know it yet.
I hope they're not hooked up to the county phone, because we got no money in the county.
I formation on third and short, and oh my goodness, Kekovilla has the first down and then some, and he just about broke it for the full distance. Takes it inside the 25 to the 23-yard line, a gain. Quite a considerable gain, maybe about 10 yards on that play. He got the first down and then some.
Well, you know, Jay, when you get a situation like that, then running back just blazes through like that so early, you know you're pretty much in trouble. Waimea needs to cause some kind of turnover or something, because when you can pick up on 3rd and 3, 10 yards, it's just too awesome.
Waiakea again. Hand off to Kovila. To the 20-yard line he will go. Another gain of about 3. So a 2nd down and 7 coming up for Waiakea. More importantly, though, they continue to just drive on that clock. It's down to about the 6-minute mark now.
Maybe not a bad time to send everybody but the kitchen sink after him and just guess that the play is a run, because we need to get some kind of penetration on the Waimea end.
They need to force something. They've certainly got to get the ball back, and they cannot cough up another score. That's one thing they can ill afford. On the option, Young calling his own number, breaks into the open to the 10. Nobody's touching him inside. It's a touchdown, Waiakea. 20 yards he runs.
And Johnny Young executing the option, electing to keep the ball, and a great cutback. You know, Jay, you know, when you control the ball on offense that long, you know, that the type of big play is bound to spring. You know, Waimea just didn't do a good job in the middle part of the field in stopping them, and just gave Waiakea too much momentum. But give Waiakea a lot of credit. You know, they've got a great ball club.
Yes, indeed. Micah Wood actually is going to be the tailback. They're going to go for 2 to make it a rather difficult tie. Flag on the play, throw to a wide open man in the end zone, incomplete, and it will be no good. We will wait here for the penalty. It'll be holding against Waiakea. Let's pause. 5:50 to go left in this ball game. It's now Waiakea 32 and Waimea 20.
When you think of sports, think of Sportswear, your one-stop sports shop. Hurry in now and take advantage of huge savings of 10 to 40% off selected merchandise in our annual spring inventory reduction sale. Take 20% off all softball and baseball bats, 15% off all Nike and Pony baseball shoes. Cool off with hot savings on all shorts marked down 10 to 25%. Sportswear is the home of great prices and champions. Hey guys, now that you won the championship, where are you gonna go?
Island Liquidators, now Willow Road, right across from Kalapaki. This week features from the Marriott Hotel, these whitewashed rattan glass end tables, coffee tables, and dinette tables. Plus these rattan living room sets, including chairs and end tables and couches. Plus these rattan bedroom armoires and dressers. Plus 20-inch cable-ready televisions while the supplies last, only $100. And these are perfect for the living room, bathroom, these floor-to-ceiling framed wall mirrors, priced to move. At Island Liquidators, now Willow Road.
The Menahunis have got themselves in a big hole now, 5:50 to go, but they are down by 12, and that means they're going to need 2 touchdowns.
Jay, it's almost as though, you know, this kickoff just needs to go into the hands of Vea or Jardine, and they just need a big breakaway run because, you know, with 5:50 left, in order to get a long drive, you just need to get lucky on an onside kick.
But you've noticed that they've kept it away from those 2 guys. They have been just kicking ground balls all the way through. And here's another ground ball right up the middle. It'll be fallen on by Shane Kenny at the 40-yard line. So again, Vea and Jardine unable to get their hands on the ball.
Give credit to the coaching staff. You know, they fear the long breakaway run more than, you know, giving them the ball at the 35, 40.
Yeah, why let them return to the 40 and then some when you can just might as well kick it short, give it to them at the 40?
Well, with Jardine, it's, you know, either the 40 or in the end zone.
So the Menahunis, with their work cut out for them, have got to be in a big hurry here. There's the snap to Arandio. Rolling to his left, he wants to throw it. As a man, it'll be batted out. Nice defense by one of the linebackers. Coming across, Kepa Kekaula. And wide open was Sean Jardine, another 5 yards behind him, but Kekaula really did a good job to get that ball.
Well, with Ali Aranio rolling out left, he has to throw across his body, can't get enough steam on the pass, and you know, Waiakea is just setting back now, waiting for the pass, and it's going to make it a lot tougher for Waimea to execute that passing game.
One of the Waiakea players is down on the field at the 35-yard line. Clock is stopped at 5:28 as the Warriors trainer comes out onto the field. Waiakea is still with 3 timeouts remaining. The Menahunis have used 1, so they're down to 2. Have the ball at the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from there. Erhard Altrada gets up, and it's good to see him leave the field on his own power. He will take a knee on the sideline. I think they will attend to Earhart just a little bit there, one of the linemen. So Waimea again, and like I said a moment ago, they're going to need to do this in a real big hurry. They're going to have to strike like lightning. Aranio again wants to throw, dumps it off, nearly picked off again. Pass was intended for Ronson Sahut, and that time Umar Nadir had it off his fingertips.
Well, wouldn't it be a bad play right now for Waimea to just send Tyrus Matsumoto one-on-one against one of the defensive backs and just throw it up and hope the best player can come up with something big.
Charles Ferguson checks into the lineup. Casey Agena comes out for the Menahooties, brings in a play, and he'll go in as a receiver. Clock is stopped at 5:25. Here come the Menahooties out of the huddle. Sean Jardine now as a receiver wide to the left side. Denison Vadina will join him out there in motion. They'll throw to Jardine. Jardine wants to throw it. Heaves it downfield, and I believe there'll be a flag. Oh my goodness, no flag. And Ronson Sahut just leveled before the ball got to him. Menahootie fans, obviously, as you can hear, asking for a penalty flag. And if you look on the other side, I'm sure Waiakea is going good defense.
Well, you know, close call can go both ways. Not an obvious interference call. You know, give it to the ref who's closer.
Tyrus Matsumoto will punt on 4th down. They get the ball up into the sky. Big flag goes up. The ball takes a Menahootie roll at the 30, comes down close to the 22-yard line, and that's where it'll be down, but there was a flag.
Well, it looks like going to be illegal participation, which may give Waimea a first down. I think that's going to be a 10-yarder, I believe.
If they had 12 on the field, then I think that's the indication. Yep, we're looking at Maxi Moreno out there. And Ross, you have the lineup here of the crew working tonight's ball game. We might as well mention them. They've done a really good job.
Yes, the referee Maxi Moreno, the umpire Lenny Raposo, the head linesman Leo Raposo, the line judge Tom Thomason, the back judge Stoop Shimogawa, and the field judge from the BIIF, Mike Stazkal.
Got him.
And the timer Larry Marugami.
So the penalty is going to be against Waiakea. They will have too many men on the field, and that will give the Menahooties the ball back and a first down. They'll have it at the Waiakea 45.
Go from dead to alive in one play like that. What a Christmas present Waimea got, and let's see if they can cash it in and bring home the bacon.
Waimea breaks out of their huddle, sprints to the line. They set it up. Jardine and Vadina in the backfield. Matsumoto set wide to the right. He's the solo receiver. Aranio wants to throw. He's got 3 men going out. He's getting flushed out of the pocket, hitting the pocket. Down he goes. Sacked. Oh, my goodness. Back at the 46-yard line, and Aranio just manhandled out on the field by Lana Paca.
And also 52, Ikaika Kamelamela, defensive lineman.
The Kamelamela family, quite musically inclined down there on the Big Island, noted very well for their music. And now for singing a tune on a football field. 2nd down, 17 to go. Aranio, again, dropping deep. Throws a screen over to Jardine at the 45, and he'll be tackled for a loss. They will lose yet another yard on the play. Waiakea, their pursuit just so excellent right now. I mean, they can smell everything.
Lana Paca again on a stop, having a great ball game himself, and you know, in this point, that's why we were you know, commenting earlier in the season, is that you know, when is Waimea going to try and open up that passing game? But you know, they rely on the running game to get wins in a KIF. But you know, when it comes to these times, they're not as used to opening it up, and it shows.
Well, I think another thing, too, and I'll bring this point up after 3rd and 18. They're going to try to throw it against Sahut. Will make it incomplete. It'll be 4th down. I think another thing that we will always have as a liability is the fact that you play 2 teams 3 times, and that's your season. The depth of competition is just not sufficient to really go out on a statewide competition. Not to take anything away from the other 2 teams in our league, but whenever you've got 3 teams in a league, you don't have much of a league, especially when you consider that the Big Island is playing, I believe there are 9 schools playing, participating in football now.
Well, with the way, you know, Waimea has broken all kind of records rushing the ball this year in the KIF, you know, they didn't have to go to that passing game, and you know, it just hurts in these times.
4th down, and they're going to go for it. 4th down and 20. Aranio looking deep, heaves it to the far end. It's tipped, and it'll be incomplete. Nearly intercepted. It was Waiakea's ball all the way. The pass is intended Casey Agena and Tyrus Matsumoto out there, and so they will turn the ball over. And for Waiakea now, they will simply try to control it for the final 3 minutes here. Somewhere I would like to see, and I've always thought this, that if we could incorporate maybe some of the OIA teams, and obviously transportation is a major problem here, but if there's a way that we could expand our league to include a few more teams so that you get a better variety of competition, you see more teams, gives you a chance to build, even if they're weaker teams or whatever, it doesn't matter, just to face other people. On 1st down, almost a brawl at the line of scrimmage, and a flag is going to go up. Very little gain as Waiakea just stuffs it right through the middle of Waimea. And Kay Calvella on the carry that time. It's just unfortunate there's not some sort of a tunnel island to island where we could get a little cheaper form of transportation. Penalty will be against Waiakea.
You know, while this game is winding down, you know, let's just, you know, just give a lot of credit to the Menahunis. You know, tonight they just got beat by a better team, and you know, hats off to Waiakea. But Waimea has just had a superb season, and you know, I'm just joyed that I got to see them play this year. To me, you know, these Menahunis are champions, and they've earned every bit of it.
Well, there's one thing I'd like to remind everybody, too. This is a rebuilding year for John Kobayashi. This was not his championship year. This is a rebuilding year. They lost a ton of talent from last season, so he came back looking for new things and new people, and he completely reconstructed that offensive line. There's only one person, that's Mason Moriguchi, on that offensive line as a returner. Young going to break free again, and he's to the 50, 45, and run out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A nice 20-yard run for that young man. So, you know, my hat's off to John, and if he doesn't get Coach of the Year, I don't know who would be. Because, as I said, you know, he starts with a brand-new quarterback. Sean Jardine is essentially a rookie. And I would think he's got a pretty good shot at Rookie of the Year. If it wasn't Buga Iguano, it certainly has to be Sean for all of his versatility and abilities. A completely new offensive line. And with that, he thoroughly dominated the KIF. And these Menahunis are great champions. Take nothing away from them whatsoever. However, Waiakea has the book on them tonight. They did their homework.
This is a stunner.
2nd down now and 5 to go at the Menahuni 42-yard line. There's the snap. Handoff, Ernie Shim going to get the 1st down to the 30-yard line, near sideline, wrestled out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Sean Jardine. And I guess Sean venting a little frustration too as he brings Ernie down out of bounds.
You know, the way that Waiakea has just dominated this ballgame, you can't call it an upset because, you know, they're doing it in every way possible, and you know, Waimea has played valiantly. You know, they're trying out there, but just too much Waiakea. You know, they have too much weapons, as you know, Waimea is used to doing to opposite teams. But you know, Waiakea just playing a great ball game with a great ball club.
Well, here's another point. We play 6 games. They play 10 games in their league. Those 4 games give you a big chance to improve, to work, and to hone your skills. Pitch to the right side. That's going to be Micah Wood. He's got the 1st down, fights his way inside, close to the 10-yard line. So Waiakea looking for more, and obviously they are starting to send the fear this message down to the Maui Sabres. We have had a great season, Ross. We saw some very big ball games here. Red Raiders, and of course, good to see Mark Miguel win that final game of the season for him. We saw Buga Iguano and the Kapa'a Warriors turn out a tremendous performance for Dawson Carvalho. You know, the 3 young head coaches. It's a whole new future here in the KIF with a lot of very good coaching from some very qualified young men who really want to be the leaders. Timeout taken on the field. The Menahunis are going to use a timeout, and I think they want to just kind of regroup and catch their breath. They've been moving backwards here for the better part of the last few minutes.
Well, this last bit, you know, with Waiakea, the 11-yard line, just comes out to pride. You don't want the score to be any worse than it is. But you know, the Menahunis just had a tremendous year this year. It's unfortunate that they couldn't have played a better ball game. I believe Coach John will probably tell you that you know, they could have. Every coach always feels he can win a ball.
I would
game.
agree with him on that too. I think that we have seen that from the Menahunis, that they
Yes.
are capable.
It's not their best game, but you got to give the guys across the field some credit there.
Well, another thing too, Waimea going as high as they have ever gone in the history of the school in the state, the Honolulu Advertiser's state top 10 poll, being tied for 6th spot as they came into this ball game. That is the best ranking they have ever had. And of course, we'll look for some all-stars. We should announce that, I believe, next week. We will have, I know the balloting is in, and we'll hear from Brent Mizutani, the executive secretary of the KIF, next week. Be able to announce that for you. Motion on the line, and I believe there will be, yes, a false start against Waiakea. That'll bring it back. If you're looking for the rushing leader, 689 yards on 80 carries, Sean Jardine led the way this season. 8.6 is average. The top average, though, belonged to Tyrus Matsumoto, who carried the ball just 68 times for 594 yards. He also led in touchdowns. He scored 10 touchdowns, Ross. By far and away, Tyrus was the bulldog in that department.
Yes, it's a shame that it's his last ball game. Every senior, every high school player reaches that point, but I'm just going to miss seeing that guy suit up every ball game.
Well, he'll be ready for baseball. Here's a pitch and stopped by Casey again. A big loss and a nice big play for Casey again. Casey making a good play in his final night in a Menahuni uniform, at least a football uniform. Of course, we'll see him back out on the baseball field as well. And many of these guys will just go to the next sport. But yes, this is probably a bittersweet moment for a lot of these guys. They have put the better part of the last 3 or 4 years of their lives into working out all year long, day and night. Some very long summer hours out there. How many times they've run up that hill, I have no idea, but I'm sure it's been more than they'd care to have run. 2nd and 20 for Waiakea now with 1.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Quick little opener up the middle, just a handoff and nothing doing. The Menahunis will stack that one up. Top offensive player of the season was Sean Jardine with a total of 760 yards. Tyrus Matsumoto second, Dennison Vadina third with 522. David Ruiz of the Kauai High Red Raiders at 476. David, incidentally, really had just a super job for those Red Raiders. What a season David had.
Yes, David Ruiz doing it with his feet also with that big kick that went for their first win.
Yes. Defensively, and of course we want to thank Harold Damu for these statistics. 35 tackles to lead the league. Romeo Pamulo of the Kapa'a Warriors. Aaron Higa, with Aaron Higa watching him play ball this year. That kid takes on anybody one-on-one, and he gives away, I mean, pound for pound, he's got to be the smallest guy out there with the biggest heart. He had 30 tackles. 14 of them were assisted. 16 were unassisted. 16 times he went up one-on-one and did the job.
Yes, Aaron Higa, to my big surprise, was his first year playing football.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
To consider that, it's just absolutely unbelievable. 3rd down now, 19 to go out there. Waiakea takes the snap. Young drops back, a little shuttle pass, bobbled in the backfield. That'll give Jardine enough time to get up with him, and they will knock him down. Clock continues to run towards the 1 minute mark, and Waiakea's Warriors will be headed to Maui next Friday night. Take on the Sabres, and of course the Maui Sabres surprise winners, beating a very tough Baldwin team twice to win the MIL. Waimea unable to stop the clock at this point. They have used all 3 of their timeouts in this half.
A lot of Waimea fans are still around.
Yes.
Around.
Yeah,
I think they're in shock that we could go down in a ball game.
Yes, I think that is very hard for them to believe. Indeed, you're right about that. And I think, too, that they want to savor every moment. I think regardless of the outcome of this game, Ross, each one of these people here are quite proud of this Waimea team. They've seen them go through some tough things, and this certainly has got to be one of the toughest of them, but they're very, very proud. Great representatives of the KIF.
Well, the amount of effort that it takes for, Waimea player to be on this football team. They practice probably a lot more than the other teams in the state, and their coaching staff just works so hard. People don't know the things that these guys go through in coaching this team.
Young drops back on 4th down, comes forward. He'll be tackled, and that'll do it. They'll turn it over on downs. Menahunis will get the ball with 25 seconds to go. Figure out a way to come up with 12 points in 25 seconds. I guess it could happen. course, it's something you've seen a little bit more in the NFL than anything you've seen in the KIF.
And number 7, the quarterback and the team, the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, that's the guy to do it.
Need a gun.
It's not going to be number 8. Aranio takes his final snap of the season, pitches it back to Sean Jardine, hit in the backfield and dropped, and that will do it. This ball game is over. Our final score in the Neighbor Island Championship game. The Waiakea Warriors will move on and win this ball game. The final, Waiakea 32, Waimea 20. Stay tuned. Our post-game show's coming right up.
Kukui Grove, it's the shopping center of Kauai.
There's always something happening for you at Kauai's favorite shopping center.
Yummy things to savor, lots of island flavor.
The best stores, the best selection and values. And we're open till 9 p.m. every Thursday and Friday.
We can keep you smiling, shopping on the island. Kukui Grove, it's the shopping center of Kauai. Runs Puhi Paint. At painting time, don't go into the city. No bother with traffic, we make it